So there we have it. Both first legs of the semi-finals complete. We've seen all four teams in action. And let's just say that tonight was slightly less entertaining than yesterday's game. Liverpool and Roma, that match I don't think will be beaten. That game was incredible to watch. Tonight's game between Bayern and Madrid, you expect to see so much from two very good, quality sides. Not just now, but throughout history. You expect more quality in general, don't you? I mean, there was some really sloppy passing, some really poor finishing. I thought the referee wasn't great tonight. He didn't really let the game flow very much. There's a lot of fouls given that probably could have been played on. And just in general, it really wasn't the best of games. I found this one quite boring, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree. But still, that doesn't matter. Sometimes in football, when two great teams collide, it can be boring because they cancel each other out. What we saw last night with Liverpool and Roma was two great sides, but not cancelling each other out. Liverpool were way better on the night, so you saw, exactly that. Whereas tonight, it was both teams playing pretty poorly, and somehow Madrid have won the game. I thought the first half was pretty much all Bayern, at least early on in the first half, and Madrid somehow managed to get back in the game with a fantastic goal from Marcelo, which we'll talk about in a moment. But the first goal I want to talk about is the first goal, and that was Kimmich, however you want to say his name. I think you could safely say that Germany have fixed their right-back issues since Lahm has retired. It's funny because when Lahm didn't play right-back for Germany, there really wasn't a backup, or let's just say there wasn't a quality world-class backup, but they've definitely solved that puzzle now. And although he was a midfielder, Joshua Kimmich, I'm going to go with Kimmich, I think it sounds nicer. He has been a revelation. And, last night I was talking about Arnold for Liverpool. I think, obviously, we're talking different calibre of players here. I know Kimmich is obviously a lot better than Arnold is at the moment. Maybe not massively better, but he's obviously got a lot more experience, a lot more games under his belt, and he's playing for a bigger team, and he will feature at the World Cup, I'm sure. Well, who else is going to play right back? And it's funny seeing a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, being converted to a right back, sometimes even a centre back. And it's great to see that, it's worked out, because that doesn't happen too often, does it? You think left backs and right backs typically are very quick, agile, relatively small players. I think there are some exceptions. You look at Walker, not exactly the shortest guy. He's quite physical, still very quick. With Kimmich, you don't really get that. He's not known for his pace. He's not known for his physicality. But what he has got, and I think he's got in abundance, is his vision and his passing is unbelievable. And the vision came into play for that goal tonight. To see that Navas wasn't quite right, who I thought was very poor tonight. Navas is questionable at times, and I'm still surprised that De Gea isn't a Real Madrid player yet. Maybe he will someday soon. Maybe not this summer. But I think that Navas obviously thought the cross was coming in. I'm sure they would have done their research. Kimmich he's definitely a crosser. That's what he likes to do. But he's gone for the shot, and he has caught him off guard. What a finish, by the way. Absolutely fantastic from Kimmich, and 1-0 up. And you think that this could be a bad night for Madrid, because at this point, Bayern were actually playing relatively well. I thought their second half was pretty poor, and they could have easily made it 2-0, 3-0. But Madrid, they're just so experienced in these situations. They just flick a switch and score a goal. And Marcelo, another fullback, has scored. This goal, though, was on another level. I think Marcelo, for me, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, not many will disagree at least, Marcelo's the best left back in the world and has been for a few years now. And it's a difficult one. Just think of Brazil in general. They've got quite a few left backs, if you really think about it. You've got Alexandro, you've got Felipe Luis. There's more as well. It's not just those three. I think Marcelo he's on another level to the other guys, I think. Maybe not too much better than Alexandro, but certainly right now I would be going with Marcelo. I mean, he could play left wing as well. He's that good going forward. I think, he's at major fault for the first goal along with Navas. I mean, Marcelo's got caught up the pitch and hasn't got back in time, but he certainly made up for it with that beautiful half volley with his left foot. Golden left foot. Really, really nice goal. And then of course, Asensio comes on in the second half. Comes on for Isco, which was an interesting call, but Zidane knows what he's doing. And guess who scores the second goal for Madrid? Asensio, terrible mistake from Rafinha. You can tell that Bayern really missed Alaba tonight, which is a big shame. I hope that he gets to play in the next leg because Bayern are a better team with him in it, that's for sure. But Rafinha gives the ball away and Asensio gets picked out with a pass and he just slots it home. 2-1. You're just thinking to yourself, this is the Champions League for you. You cannot make mistakes, especially against the current champions. 2 times in a row champions. Are they going to make it 3? Oh, yeah, I think they probably are going to. The one thing I really want to talk about tonight, a lot of people would, I think, placed bets or just would have been feeling very confident that a certain Cristiano Ronaldo would score tonight, but he didn't. Best in the world. Come on, we've now got Mo Salah. He's the best in the world, right? Lionel Messi, he's the best. No, Ronaldo's the best in the world. No, it's Neymar. Oh, it's just never ending, isn't it? I think Ronaldo had an off game tonight. He did actually put the ball in the back of the net, but when he controlled it, it seemed to hit him kind of on the bicep area, so that's rightly ruled off as a handball, or ruled out, I should say, but it was a great finish. Very almost did score. I think he was waiting for a penalty. Let's be honest, he would have buried that. But no goal for Ronaldo tonight, which means that's 11 games in a row, isn't it, where he has scored. I think it might be, is it 11 in the Champions League? And this is obviously going to end that run, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been cool to see him score today, in the next leg, and in the final. Don't think that's ever been done before. So that would have been an incredible record to have. Another thing I want to talk about as well, I'm not so sure where I stand on this, but Gareth Bale, why is he not playing? I get that Lucas Vazquez, he's a runner, he's got a bit more of an engine on him, he works really hard for the team. He's not just about getting forward. He gets back, he does a lot of high pressure, chasing down the ball, which maybe Gareth Bale wouldn't do. But come on, Bale is still, for me, one of the best players in the world when he's on form. When he is at his best, he is unstoppable. He's been linked with Bayern this weekend, or this week, sorry, and he says he's honoured. Would you really be saying that if you weren't happy at Madrid? I think, yeah, okay, maybe he's just saying that out of, he's just being nice, isn't he? But he's got to be starting in games like this. And I think had Bale started, they probably would have been even stronger. Bale, for me, has to start in these games, and it's a shame that he hasn't. I would play him for sure. In fact, I would go similar to what they were doing a couple of rounds ago in the Champions League, and that is a 4-4-2, a flat 4-4-2. Ronaldo and Bale up front, maybe. Or do the diamond with Bale and Ronaldo up top, with Isco behind them, Asensio, whoever you want. I think Benzema came on and did pretty well, but it blows my mind when you've got a talent like Bale just wasting away on the bench, which is pretty crazy to me. Another thing I really want to talk about as well, how good was Ribery tonight? I'm ashamed and I'm gutted for him that he's never won the Ballon d'Or, because at certain points in his career he has been the best. And tonight, he showed that he's still got it. At his age, he should not be doing that well. He's still physically incredible. He's so quick still. And it's what he does with the ball at his feet. He's just a magician. And you could tell when Robben came off that they sorely missed it. That kind of flare on the right wing. It all went down the left instead. And you could see Carvajal was really struggling. It was amazing to watch Ribery just taking the Real Madrid defence on like that. It's so refreshing to see. Is he 36 years old? It's just unbelievable. But that brings me on to my next point, and that is, are Bayern Munich at a bit of a well, are they coming to the end of this golden generation? Have they got enough quality in their youngsters and players that are in the reserves on the bench? Have they got enough to really replace these legends? Are they reaching a point now where their squad is just too old? Are they going to lose Lewandowski in the summer? Is he going to go to Real Madrid? Neuer getting old. Robben. Vidal. Martinez, kind of. Maybe not so much him. But Ribery. Rafinha. They've got a lot of players that are getting on a bit. And those are key players. So they've got a bit of work to do. But this is Bayern we're talking about. They're linked with everyone. Malcolm could replace Robben. They've got already Coman, who could replace Ribery. In midfield, they just signed Tolisso last summer. He replaces Vidal. There's a young goalkeeper they've got he'll be just as good as Neuer in a couple of years, won't he? That young German keeper. So there's no doubt in my mind that they will still be up there. But I do feel like maybe it's too much this season for their squad. I think that Madrid just have the edge in pretty much every position. You know, I think that Madrid are too strong, and even when they're not performing well, which, let's be honest, they really didn't, they're still able to win, you know, and still able to grind out results. And there's no doubt in my mind that we are going to be seeing Madrid in the final against Liverpool. I don't think Roma will pull it back, so we're going to see Salah versus Ronaldo in the final. And I think Madrid will go on to win it. I don't see past a Madrid win unless they have a really bad day. And it'd be great for Liverpool to win the Champions League. And you know what? I wouldn't even be mad. An English side winning the Champions League can only be a good thing for the Premier League. But of course, I'd rather it was Arsenal, to say the least. So yeah, 2-1 to Madrid. They go to the Bernabeu next week on Wednesday with 2 away goals in the bag. I mean, if they score, it's pretty much game over, isn't it? Because Bayern are going to need to score 3 more. And I don't think they'll score 3 at the Bernabeu. But then again, it can be done. It really can. So thank you for watching this review, guys. Tomorrow, Arsenal are back. We have the game against Atletico, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to talk about Simeone. I know he's been linked with the Arsenal job. I'd like to give my input on that. And of course, review the game. I might do a little prediction as well tomorrow at the beginning of the video. Might record that while I'm out and about tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification button. And I will see you tomorrow for that Operation Arsenal.